Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
Hello.
So, just given that Cash had said earlier they needed to check with you, what was it? Something? Did you want to go out and play catch today, or throw, or just to make sure? What had to feel okay for you to give him the thumbs up?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, to be honest. I thought the plan was to just that I was gonna pitch game two, and I don't know if I don't know what that was about. I threw in to my understanding was that warm up that I threw the other night to get ready, um, basically amounted to just a day two bullpen and a 5-day schedule. So I'm not sure what to tell you about that.
And then you didn't throw, you won't throw or need to throw another bullpen since then, right?
No, that was plenty.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then I know you got to do it last year, but the opportunity to face your former teammates again in a even higher stakes round. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, one, I don't know if I would feel like it's a higher stakes round, I guess, because when you get into the playoffs, like every game is as much of a must win as it can be for you to advance. I guess I don't know. I honestly feel like we're pretty loose, to be honest with you, like for where we're at. So in terms of that, and the other aspect of it, like knowing a lot of those guys over there, I just try not to think about it. It's really weird pitching to people that it's weird pitching to people that you're friends with, and so I'd rather not even think about it. Just stay more even keeled and scout them and go about my business on the mound, and then away from the field, you could be pals with people.
Hey, Charlie. I'm curious your take on the importance of a length a starting pitcher can provide, especially early in the series, with this being played on 7 consecutive days.
Yeah, so I looked at our roster. I looked at their roster because I was curious to know how many pitchers we were carrying. We're carrying 14, and some teams carry 13 pitchers on a 25-man roster. So yeah, and knowing that the bullpen guys already carried a lot of bulk in the last series, no days off. We got Looper and Fleming added and Alvarado added, so those guys should be feeling all right. But like you said, I mean, a 7-game straight through is especially if the starters don't give some depth, I think it definitely complicates the issue and makes it more of a challenge. So, either it's like you give them length on the front end, your first start, or for those that will make 2 starts in the series, and then hopefully if it goes deeper into the series, and if you threw early in the series, you're available, games 5, 6, and 7 if it goes to that. But yeah, both teams are dealing with the same thing.
Take any additional questions for Charlie?
Yeah, hi, Charlie. It's Mark Berman in Houston. How are you?
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Charlie, you touched on it a little bit. I was just looking at the names here, George and Alex and Carlos and Josh and Jose and all those guys. What is this like for you, again, to go against these players who you may not be their teammate, but you may, in spirit, you still are?
Yeah, it's weird, I faced Josh Harrison this year. I've faced Neil Walker in the past. I mean, some guys that I like with Neil. I mean, with Neil, I played for 7 years. I faced Kutch this year. Play with guys for years, and I don't think you could ever really get used to it. Get used to pitching against people that you were close with. So it's just one of those things that you just have to deal with every now and then, But yeah, my personal feelings about people, it's not, those things aren't based off of baseball. We're human beings too. I mean, but this is our professional setting. So I'm just trying to be a pro about it. Like I've always done with, having to pitch against people that I know pretty well, but hopefully it's not an issue.
And you left here, and though you're gone, you still have this remarkably strong connection with the fans. They're going to be pulling for their team, but what the connection is with you and them.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's interesting. It's special. It's unique. And I'm honored. When we went back to Houston last year, before I'm out there warming up, and the Astros organization played a really gracious video, and the fans were really gracious and supportive, and it was like, then I got to go pitch. So, yeah, I mean, I have nothing but fond memories of the fans there, especially the times coming back from Harvey, and just the city in general, how they supported the team, and I wish everybody back there nothing but the best.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you.
Hey, Charlie, John Morosi here. Congratulations on a great season. Was wondering, thanks. Was wondering, Charlie, how this year both your pitching and your team's success, and also just the circumstances of the world, how that could play into your decision on how much longer you want to play beyond the end of this year.
Yeah. I mean, the unknowns with COVID and this off season, I don't know what negotiations are going to look like with the league. I don't know what the situation is going to be like in our country and worldwide with the virus. What kind of protocols will be in place next year? Even what job opportunities I'll have next year. I don't know. Those are all unknown things. So I love the game of baseball. I'll miss the game when I'm done. I didn't, on a selfish level, I didn't want this to be the last memory that I had of the game, of the way that it's had to go, with testing, isolation, not being able to really enjoy special moments together in the clubhouse. It's kind of been sterilized. So it's been hard. Like I have a 7-year-old boy, I have a 6-year-old daughter, a 3-year-old little boy, and a 2-year-old little girl, and being a baseball dad, it's like you have like a vision of how you want to bring your kids into the stadium and get to meet your teammates and everybody, and just kind of experience a little bit of that behind the scenes. And we haven't been able to do that this year. I don't really see it changing next year. With the economic situation in baseball, I mean, in the country, it's like, I just don't know, what teams are even going to be interested in me. I have no idea. If the Rays don't pick up the option, I just don't know. So it's going to be a decision between that, my wife and I will sit down, we'll talk to the kids, and we'll come up with something. But ideally, you want what's best for your family, right? And you want what's best for the organization that you play for. And really, that's how I would, if that ends this year, I mean, I'm prepared to hang them up. I mean, I got to spend this time. This is a very trying time in the game. I got to spend it with a tremendous group of people, and it would be an honor if it is my last year to have done it with this group.
Thanks, Charlie. All the best. Thanks.
You too.
Hey, Charlie, along those lines, if the Rays do pick up your option, would you still have a decision to make, or would you then just plan on playing?
No, I wouldn't. I've been part of some great organizations. I feel like the relationships I have with the people here, all the way to Stu. You know, Matt, Eric, Heim when he was here. I mean, I feel like I can walk. I could talk to any of them, just like I would talk to my neighbor or a friend. Like I can text Eric or I can call him anytime in the middle of the night. Somebody that truly cares about his guys, people that he works with, and the coaching staff here. Everybody here has made the past couple of years and especially this year an enjoyable experience. I mean, I can't imagine being on a team that where you felt like people didn't really care about you, like, and about everybody going to the field during this time where so much of it has been about the money and the business side of it, to where, you know, I get in the car, I drive up to the stadium, and it's like the guys are all in. You know, they're in on doing this for each other, for playing for each other. They're in on the protocols, following protocols for each other. They care about each other every single day. And if a team like that wants me back next year, I'd be completely honored and privileged to you know, to continue to play. And I mean, not needless to say, we live 40 something miles away from the Trop. You know, like being out here in the bubble. Yeah, I mean, I've grown to appreciate my situation even more with the Rays. You know, we got a pandemic going on. I'm thousands of miles away here from my family. You know, I have friends, I have good friends in the game that were in a similar situation to what I'm in now. You know, out here on the West Coast, families back in Florida, didn't see their family, didn't see their kids, their wife or kids for, you know, 3+ months. And there I am, you know, like, what a situation to be in this time, you know, with a great group, getting to live at home. Just it couldn't have been better from that standpoint. And my experience here with the Rays couldn't have been better. So yeah, I mean, I'm a Ray, you know. I feel like I'm a but, and like I said, like if this is the last year and I retire as a Ray, I'd be proud.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Charlie.